Good evening, everyone. Am I audible to all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So let's begin the session for today. Slides visible to all? Okay. Good evening once again to all. Let me introduce myself to you. I'm Sangeeta Verma, and in the slide, you can see my work experiences. I've done my MBA in banking and finance and MPhil in management. Over here in the slide, you can see different experiences here and different companies and industries. And but right now, I'm as a freelancer for all of you at Learnovit with the HR subject. So, friends, today's topic is career planning and development. And I will say that career choices are life choices. So, it's very important that we all take it little seriously. Okay, let's begin it. So, let's first understand what is career. Obviously, it's a sequence of position or job person during the course of his working life. Just not working life, career depends on different types of industry, different types of platform, and different sectors. So, if we go into the career, it is not a series of work attitudes and behavior associated with work related activities over the span of person's life. It represents all the organized path taken by an individual across time and space. A person's career is shaped by many factors: heredity, parents, culture, age, job experiences, etc. And we should always that in HHR, if career is denoted, it is denoted with the individual points of view. And when it comes like no that employees always are seeking growth normally if an advancement in their career with different factors. That might be monetary factor, that might be prestigious factor, that might be so it's very important that one always keeps in that development and planning for very crucial individual mind and very important. And when it goes with the career planning, obviously ongoing process for one individual. So what is career development? You can say career planning or succession planning, same thing. It's like, okay, when it is career planning, it is systematic process by which one selects career goals and the path to those goals. From the organization point of view, it's just helping the employees to plan their career in terms of their capabilities, capacities, strength within the context of organizational needs. It involves designing an organizational system with the career movement and growth opportunities for the employees. So, career planning is the process of matching career goals and individual capabilities with opportunities for the fulfillment of those goals. So in this slide, you can see that it's a process by which employees become aware of interprets values, strength, and obtains information about them and grooms itself. Grooms with different factors means process of choosing a job with the attainment of that desired goal of self and organization. So when it comes with the individual one, it should be like education, motivation, goals, checklists, strength and weakness, then qualifications, skills, abilities, attitudes, everything comes up over there. It is like you know yourself, you be explore yourself, you make a path for yourself, and you expand it. Means expansion. So organization also does the same thing for itself and as well as for the employees. And employees individual needs to plan for the career. So why we have to plan the career? If anyone says you why we have to plan it, it's because you need to obtain the great confidence by setting and achieving a goal. Every time, suppose you set one goal, you have achieved it, you need to have a next goal in your panel to achieve that. So after every goal succession, you need to have another goal and you need to succeed it, because it's an ongoing process and learning process in your career. You can improve your job proposals, prospects, and your abilities and skills. You need to always brush them, groom them, and understand them very properly. Lets you take the change of your own destiny. Means you need to decide. You are the CEO of your life. So you at the same time you need to become a CEO of your career also. So is it clear to everyone what is career, what is career planning, and why we need to have that planning? Is it clear? Can I go to the next slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And guys, you should always understand that career planning, manpower planning is different, slight difference. Career planning is a company is planning for their career, but an individual employee keeps on planning. Just not an individual employee, but individual person, whether it's in personal life or professional life. You always need to plan different goals and achieve them, and you need to have another goal for yourself. And manpower planning is like is planning for the human resources, right? The resources which is a crucial part of any organization, any industry. You plan for that, being in a management side, being in HR side, or being an owner of the company. So it's clear to you, right? So do not get confused over there. And while going for career planning, no, there are four terminologies, means terms which you need to understand. First is career goal. What is career goal? That the future position which you strives to reach as a part of a career. Then another term comes up, career path. The sequential pattern which you make for yourself, which a company makes for employees, or which a company makes for itself in the form of career. Then career progression means you need to keep on progressing, keep on promoting yourself in the advancement of company and in the advancement of your own self progression. And then comes counseling, career counseling. It's like guiding and advising people on their possible career path and when they must do to achieve promotions. And we'll come deeply in the career counseling in another slide. So right now, let's understand what are the benefits when you make career planning. What are the benefits? What are the objectives? In the slide, you can see in a objective of a career development to attract and retain person in an organization, to utilize human resources optimally, to improve morale and motivation level of employees, to reduce employee turnover, to practice a balanced promotion from when policy has to be corrected or within the policy has to be made, to make employees acceptable to changes, to maintain harmonious industrial relations and policy. In the diagram, you can see that there are 8 pictorial diagrams where you can see a person is climbing up. You need to strive and make a goal, make a career achievement in a way that every time you are climbing up instead of declining down. Then you always need to have a different ideas, innovative ideas, just not ideas but innovative ideas. Keep progression in your educational degrees also, in your skills. Always communicate within, always try to communicate your ideas too, and have a habit of saving for future perspective. Try to learn different technology which is needed for your career advancement. Be very calculative, very punctual, and keep on grooming up yourself. Get a fresh ideas for grooming yourself. In it means that just not hard working but smart working is needed over here. And benefits, other benefits are like satisfaction, success, and happiness. It's obvious, like when you set a goal and you achieve, you become you feel yourself succeed. That inner happiness, inner peace comes over there, and you are satisfied. Gives you a clear picture of who you are, means clear picture. You know what is your strength, what is your weakness, how to remove them. You know your threat points and you work on them and you achieve. Then it gives you a vision and mission. A person without vision and mission is of no use. So especially employees always need to have a vision and mission. Results in having realistic career goal. Don't have that imaginary goal which is unnecessary and which does not have any logical points out there or little understandable. One feels better prepared for the future, helps face and find solutions to educational and career barriers, and help developing a support network and learn where to go and when help is needed. Like if you see our employee career development plan, if a company is making out, what does they do? They keep on the retain the top performer and critical skill employees, attracts the best job candidates when you are hiring. Your staff will be motivated to enhance your success. You need to, being an HR manager or being an owner of the company, you need to have these points in your memory before you plan for any career development for your employees and how they are going to benefit your employees. Easier to exceed your annual goals in expressing your boss. Employees are most focused and need less management. Employees make you look like a great manager. Your job will be less stressful, less work, and more satisfaction. How, like, you can become a career success? One says I'm very successful in the career. How? You need to analyze that one with whether that person has these 10 qualities or not. These are the actual tips. Whether that person knows himself or herself. No. Like know your value. What is your value? Show up early. Get out of comfort. Means always do not try to remove in your, always being in your comfort zone, never trying to remove it, or you are not trying to come out of it. That is there or not. Avoid gossip. Less break in other people's measure, less involvement in gossips, like any sort of violence with gossip is also a sort of violence, would never do that. Find a mentor. Find a mentor means just not random mentor, but a mentor who actually encourages you in the lead of your career advancement. Ask for help. If his help is needed, be very straightforward, be extrovert and say it. Stay open to change, build goal relationships and good relationships, be persistent and always be in learning mode. Don't ever say that my learning is over and I'm not going to learn. No, every individual has to have a habit of learning, and that learning should be on very ongoing. It's just not professional but in personal also. Every single minute is a learning process to us that has to be kept on consideration. Then if these 10 qualities are there, these 10 tips are followed, obviously a person is in a very good career success. Any confusion till here? Can I go to the next slide? Okay. Now, what are the
Yes, ma'am.
advantages of career planning? If you see, what is the benefit for employee? So, employee has advanced knowledge of career opportunity within the organization. What is how it is benefited for organization? Organizations can base their decisions more systematically. Like who are the employees who seeks advancement, development, who are always planned for their career. Then if we see it in a relations, okay, it's very important that relations between the employer and the employee would become more cordial. If employee and employer, they are very cordially discussing about their career planning, whether that's career planning for an individual, for a group, for a team, for complete employees or for the company. So it's very natural. A relationship builds up in a very cordial way. What are the limitations? It is not suitable for the small units where there are few opportunities for the vertical growth of the employees. There it won't work out. Several environment factors, example government, policies, laws of the land, reservations based on caste, regional pressure may upset career planning, and which we see every time, and we see it but we never observe it properly or analyze it properly. Other limitations are like major time requirements. Yes, career planning requires a time. It's just not one day workout, it's years and years workout. Substantial expenses, delayed payoff period, possible failure, possible invasion of privacy, possible psychological harm, potential conformity, emphasizes on group process rather than performance, possible conceptual ambiguity, difficult in evaluation, and cultural incompatibility. If you are in a land where you are not able to adjust yourself, you are not able to come out of your comfort zone, you never have a plan for anything, you, you do not evaluate your own performance, then these the career planning process of yours own becomes in a very random way. So it has to be that you try to come out of these limitations and you work under these consequences where you can build up your proper career. So when you follow 7 steps how you can make your career plan work out. So like consider career options when you are deciding or making a career choice. Always consider options. Know your priorities. What are your priorities? Do not come on anybody's influence or randomly following someone without knowing what you actually want with your life or what career you want to pursue. Never keep yourself busy in or just following randomly. Like sometimes no, innerly you want to become a marketing manager, but you're forcefully go and join an HR. Never do that. You will never walk out over there. You will never be satisfied. And when you are not satisfied with your work, how you will make satisfied to your team members or your colleagues or the higher management? Personally and professionally, you will be always stressed out. So never do that. Compare and contrast. Always compare whether that thing is proper for me or not. Consider other factors. Do consider other factors like environmental factor, political factor, factors, economical factor. You need to consider all of them and make your choices very proper factors in your mind and in your heart. You should be very clear that you are going to choose or you are going to pursue your career in particular field out. Be smart means be very specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time focused. Always remember that. And create your own career action plan. Obviously, we might follow some of the templates, but we always try to make our own career action plan. For some people, it is like first uh, getting plus two education and then thinking of career. Some they think from when they are at the standard of 8, when they are of 10th, or some after graduation. Some even are working and studying after plus 2. So that is their own action plan, how they are going to pursue or reach to their career plan. I hope earlier slide is very clear to you. Guys, I hope you are
Yes, ma'am.
understanding the things. Okay, let's go to the another slide. Now here comes process of career planning and development. How you have there are certain process which you always need to remember and follow. First is analysis of individual skill, knowledge, abilities, and aptitudes, etc. You need to have a self assessment process first. You need to know yourself. Then analyze of career opportunities both within and outside the organization. Suppose you are working in HR associate, and by this time you are even seeking a development in the career that might be within the same organization or some other organization, but you need to first analyze and understand which opportunity has to be grasped and how fruitful, how future perspective can be calculated in that. Means career awareness should be there. That is, explore the options very carefully. Third one is analysis of career demands on the incumber in terms of skill, knowledge, abilities, aptitudes, etc., and in terms of qualification, experience, and training received, etc. Means you need to have a very proper goal setting. It's just not that you are randomly following anything. It should not be like that. And whether you are getting sort of skill training or not, if it is required, that you know that in every in a month period or in a week period, you can see different technologies are coming up, different terminologies are coming up, and you need to be up to date, and you need to have the knowledge of all the constraints and all the subjects which is required for your career planning and development. Then relating a specific job to different career opportunities. Establish realistic goals, both short term and long term. Means staying focused. You need to be performing, you need to be understanding, and you need to be like having a making capability in a short term and long term both. Formulating career strategy covering areas of change of and adjustment. Whenever you are choosing or you're planning or you're developing, you should be every time understand that with this with the different planning steps, achievement, There will come certain changes in work environment, in ambience environment, in the country wise. It might be outsourcing, it might not be, but adjustment and change in the areas, different areas, has to be very properly formulated by you. Then only your strategy of having an advancement and enhancement in the career will work out. Then preparing and implementing action plan, including acquiring resources for achieving goals. Take action plans properly, that is connect with the experiences, job search tools, and even experience tool. Means you need to have a very proper performing criteria. How you are going to do that, your action plan is going, you are going to be influenced by someone, or you are following your mentor or your person who is guiding you, or you are selflessly evaluating yourself and you are creating your own action plan and you are following it and you are achieving the goal. So this is the process of career planning and development. Basically you need to know yourself, self awareness, self assessment, career awareness, that is exploring the options, setting out the goals, remaining focused, take as much as skill training is required in the process of your career enhancement and development, and always have an action plan. Just do not make it a proper one, that paper plantation or like planning or presentation wise, right? You need to, so the your career advancement do will work out when you are always in action, means being in active mode instead of being in inactive mode. Always be in active mode. Whenever there is in one goal achievement, have, do not give a break or do not just rest, give it another shot for another achievement. And remove the word I can't do it from your dictionary. It's impossible out of your dictionary. Lethargic out of your dictionary. Not able to manage time out of your dictionary. Then certain steps, certain actions you need to take it within yourself in order to achieve the success and in order to become a CEO of your career. Okay, let's go to another slide. I hope process of career planning is understandable to everyone. Yes, I was talking about career counseling. We all know that career planning may require like advising from someone or achieving advising and guiding employees in their possible career paths and the directions in which they ought to be leading, such as like uh, advising, guidance, uh, sharing, supporting, teaching, mentoring, making them to share some success story with them, then the experiences of different aspect. If all these have been like done by an HR, proper HR manager or some of your near colleague or superior to you or management person does that, then it's like the employee which is in a like little bit of confused dilemma, not able to like figure out what they have to do, where they are lacking, or they need some support, a development phase, then that is called career counseling. It's like the need for such counseling arises when employees have to plan their own career and develop themselves for career progression in the organization. Especially what happens is like uh, you need to understand that an HR manager, being an HR manager or superior or team leader, whatever it comes out in an organization, it's like it's important to guideline the help to an individual to understand themselves more clearly and develop their own thinking and outlook. Sometimes a person might be confused or in sort of dilemma, so you become a supportive for them and you help out. And even you can help individual achieve and enjoy greater personal satisfactions and pleasure. Enable individual to study the immediate and personal world in which they live, understand the forces and dynamic operating in a system. It is very important that knowledge, a well designed career, perfect and better image out of your achievement is properly collides and worked out in a organizational point of view or individual point of view. So it works in a very proper way. So career counseling sometimes very much required for some of the employees, some of the undergraduates or graduates, or even in the personal life also. So understanding the goals, responsibility, manners, stress management, decision making, when all these have been guided in order to build up the careers, that's it where a person is actually doing a career counseling. Skills, experiences, sharing the failure story, success story, showing the path, just show the path and let the employees walk on out it. So that is also a sort of guidance. So I hope career counseling is clear to you when it is in organizational view of point. You will find a counselor over there in organization, and these days every organization keeps and makes sure that the counselor, career counselor, is at their organization in order to monitoring, in order to evaluating, in order to assisting the employees for their benefit and for organizations benefit. So what are the different essential which is required for career planning essentials? Like, you need to know what current job you're doing, and if you are trying to acquire another hierarchy in your organization, you need to understand what skills are required to bridge that gap. And even you need to have a future aspirations, like after 2 years, after 4 years, that is like short term and long term. Then opportunities for growth. Though working, keep on seeking out opportunities at your organization, and even outsourcing ones also, and evaluate yourself. Self evaluation is also important, whether your achievement is proper or not, or you are seeking out future aspiration is actually as per the standard or not, or you are actually going to accept it or not. So that that steps, that stairs has to be properly understandable to all. And if you see in this, there are 6 steps. Career planning has 6 steps. That's earlier also we have discussed. If you see the word SPRINT, means first is self assessment, S for self assessment, P for plan to meet with a career counselor if you are confused. Then R, research. Do as much as research is required for that particular career. Then identify potential within yourself, in that job, and in the organization itself. Network. How good is your network? And evaluate your network properly. Then T is target and decide whether you are going to accept it or not. So that sprint terminology has to be properly evaluated in order to do the proper career planning or development. It's like plan, act, discover, and explore. In this slide, you can see there is a development of successor and career plan. Like, effective organization keeps on employees succession plan in this way. That is effective, business aligned, and productive. How good they are. They give a point. In terms of point, always an organization does the career plan for employees. And professional development goals. Example. These are just examples which I'm trying to make you understand how they do it at the corporate world. So what they do is like participate in professional organization, skill, win a prestigious award in your industry, apply for promotion, a productivity number. Your sales number means your quality, your quality of your work, and the productivity, how productive you are. That's your sales, how you are selling outside. It's like not another that sale, okay? It's like making yourself available for better companies, increase duties and responsibilities, become an expert in your field, start your own business if you can, research, do as much as research is required, intern with a large company to gain experience, enhance your networking skills, reach a leadership position, improve your performance, earn a degree or certification. That I am saying, like technology is changing, different courses are coming up. If to reach your goal, to achieve your career success, that training, that skill is required, acquire it. Gain a new skill, continue education and learning, make a career switch. Make a career switch means like if you are working in any sort of designation for like 2 years and you're not finding anything new to learn, try to switch so that there will the spark will remain over there. Ask for feedback, work well on a team, volunteer to learn new technologies, improve performance metrics, make a website. Make a website means if you think of you're doing your own business with your skills, if it is possible, make your own website. Then professional smart goals can be like always be on a continuous education to yourself. Education doesn't mean that you always go to school or college or universities. It's like self educations, participations in professional organizations, research, same thing. Job assignments, skill based training, developmental relationships. You need to have a short term and long term goals. Short term goals can be like improving networking and presentation skill, learning new skill, gaining experiences, becoming a business owner, becoming better at time management. Long term will be professional degree or certification, securing a managerial position, becoming a mentor, changing your job, getting hired by your own dream company, winning an industry award. Then how career development roadmap works out. Suppose you were a position of in like a business development academy, if you say it, global aspirations, careers. There is a road which is always shown to us, whether in a form of school, colleges, universities, or in our personal life. We need to work. They always don't carry and move us, right? They show a path and we have to walk under it. That is Global Associate core curriculum. Then progressions secondaries, advancement development centers, legal decision makers of yourself, emerging leader conferences. So this is actually a path or career development roadmap is given to you. You do not jump directly to fourth ladder. Okay, you climb one by one ladder and you reach to the succession, and that is how you reach to there. Then the partner selection counseling, partner reductions, and emerging leader conferences. This roadmap is mostly followed by INGOs and NGOs. They do not directly hire you at the higher level. Even companies do not do that. But this one is basically for uh, the companies like big companies, like you can say KPMG, then PwC, it ensures. Even Tata follows a very progressive development roadmap for the employees. So these roadmaps are followed. Now, what are the six workplace weakness which we have to eradicate from ourselves in order to have a proper and good career development? Do not be procrastination. Means missing out deadlines, last minute rush, incomplete task and unprepared. Do not be a procrastination. Remove that word from your dictionary. Always be on time, meet the deadlines properly, do not skip it. Then impatience, like frustration with the level of productivity of others, critical of their output and mistakes. Inflexible, uncompromising, being stubborn resistance to change and new ideas. Reluctant to delegate, means takes on too much, lacks confidence in others, and checks up in others. Unassertive, reluctant to speak up or ask for help, agrees regardless, hard to say no, ignores own needs. Be courteous means adverse to risk, takes time to make decision, over analysis situation has to be removed. Means if these six weaknesses are out of your dictionary at a workplace, you gotta work properly, you're gonna work amazingly on your career development. Now what are this, like, if you are thinking that your goals have to be achieve your goals smartly, not hardworkingly these days. Smart works out. So what are the do's and don't? Do be specific to your goal setting, right? Include your team members in company goal. Set stretch goal that challenges team limitations. Select relevant goals that actually helps out in sorties and in a succession strategic planning. Set a time frame to your goals in order to understand them properly. Be fruitful, flexible, prepared to adjust different scenarios, different situations, goals which can be achieved in a very proper way. Now these are the things which you can do. Now don't means allow unique goal without setting up a proper habit. Make team or company wide goals in vision. Means there is a goal but not proper vision, not proper path. Don't do that. Set unstitchable goal that will lead to form frustration. Don't set such goals which are like going to make your employees or yourself frustrated out of the things. Don't do that. Have a clear and attractive, distract from the organization. Do not have anything which distracts organizational goals from one point to another, or employees or you yourself. Expect perfection. Every time expecting perfection in everything. No, the things are never perfect. You need to make them perfect the way you can do it, in the way of your doing. Then establishing project goals. Keeping a high goals which are unrealistic, illogical, unattainable. Don't do that. Do the things which are very realistic ones. So these are the thing. And if you see HR career path, you need to have like in a general concept, okay? In a general concept, it is very important that you follow 5 panels of HR career path, HR compliances, people and culture, compensation and benefit, recruitment and talent acquisitions, and employee relations. Being an HR generalist, these has qualities you need to have in order to climb the highest ladder of your career path in HR. Any confusion till here, guys?
No, ma'am.
Okay, let's go to the next slide then. Development and career progression framework. Many organizations follows different progression framework as per industry, as per sectors, as per geographical view. Like small companies and bigger companies do have different progression framework. So this framework is this one has to be with the HR ones. And in the HR, if you see, a person always starts with HR officer directly, and no one becomes vice president or senior HR manager. A careers has to be like climbed very properly. If you see, first when you join, you be associate, you work, you groom yourself, you polish yourself, you uh, set a goal, and you ascend and you reach to senior associate. Like that you climb one by one ladder. A person from associate directly becoming process manager is not possible. It's like odd one out. If something is there, like no, then all it is possible. Otherwise, if you climb one by one ladder, what happens? You always learn new things. You climb in a way that you are grasping up different knowledges and skills, and you're understanding it properly. So this career path has to be moved ladder climbed way, not jumping way, in order to have a very strong career portfolio. And steps to success career planning, that is already earlier also it was discussed, like have a self assessment, give set a proper career, decide smartly, learn or educate yourself, acquire different skills, different technology. Like if any software learning is required, learn it. And obviously these days, if you know the software of any industry, like HR software, finance software, marketing software, it's a plus point for yourself also. And then setting up your networking properly, and then emerging out with the succession of your career goal. So these steps has to be followed properly in order to have a proper career advancement. Now this is like key to successful career model. It's just not individual, okay? It's just not company, it's just not society. Everything combines in a way that a person can be said is a career wise also successful, that is society wise also successful, organizational wise also successful, and individual wise also successful. So this has to be followed. It's like it's about the company. If it is about the company, certain succession management, certain strategic competency has to be have there. That is organization leads values, strategies, initiatives, desired business outcome, mission and vision, and has to be in a way that it works out in a workforce planning management. Means having a talent, developing it, opening a position and opportunities for the resources in a way of organizational needs. And when it comes to individual needs, how it is, you have a performance management, you have a career development, that is career aspiration, mobility, annual growth. Development is needed. Have your strength, work on them. Have your opportunities, work on them. Fulfill your needs and desires in a way that you make a proper analysis of market, analysis of talent, and working out with the development plan means your action plan. And if it is society's need and demands, these both combines. Okay, when if you're society wise, if you need to be sound like a very proper career succession, then organizational need and your individual needs has to have a very balanced static way. So then only it works out. So everything gets in a very proper module. And always remember that the society pleases society means like the way how you behave with the people, how is your networking, how good you are at bridging up a gap between seniors and juniors. Like uh, it might be possible that you are at a higher position, experience not experience wise but knowledge wise, or you worked out in your career model very properly, and some person who is little aged than you might be as a down. So do not degrade or do not demolish them, but have a very cordial relation with them. So what happens is the needs and the demands of the organization and individual and the society gets fulfilled, and then it comes out to be that yes, company wise also a company is at a successful model career, and a individual wise also a person is in a very successful career. This model is clear to all of you. Any queries? Guys, I expect some of the queries from you people. I guess no one's. Is it Sivani or Kritika?
Ma'am Kritika.
Okay, I hope you are understanding the session.
Yeah, ma'am. Very well.
Okay, now let's go to the next slide. Now, if organization needs is really important, how the career development strategies issues work out over there. Like major issues at making a strategic in an organization is like critical needs and challenges, critical competencies and meeting the challenges, shortages, branch strength to meet challenges. Means organization wise also career development is an ongoing process, and it is very important for them to keep on breezing out the critical needs and challenges and competencies. And if it is individual needs, using your strength, addressing your development needs, providing challenges to yourself, not to your like in a C way, you are a challenge for your colleague or a team member or anyone, but actually you are providing challenge to yourself in order to have a career advancement. Then match the interest, match the values, match the personal style. And if you see in the panel, you can see that a development is just not one day workout plan. It's like years and years plan where your values, your competency, your limitations, your short term goal, mid term goal, long term goals, and in the past, your work, your education, your aspirations, everything works out over there. And in the basis of that, evaluations of all those bases, company also plans for you and you yourself plan for yourself, right? So if it is for like an organizational career planning comes up, then actually what are the tips for the employer? It's very important that you talk with your employees about their interest. Like someone might be having an interest on finance and you're forcefully keeping them in marketing, won't work out, won't be fruitful for your organization. Neither your organization will have a better productivity, nor though that particular employee. So you need to talk to them, share information about your plan with for the career growth of your employee. Point out your employee's skill and interest and how they relate to various careers. Don't pressure your employee to make choices of which you give. Let them decide for themselves. Let them have an explorers by themselves and capabilities over there. Then provide appropriate information to them regarding certain things which is acquired in their career planning. Don't try to steer your employee in the direction you feel is right. Career choice is a personal choice. In the same slide, you can see the career goal worksheet. Obviously, an individual also makes it. So this is how you draft for yourself. It is very important that individual wise also your career goal worksheet is made. So where do you want to see yourself in 2 years, in 5 years or 10 years? That has to be evaluated every time. And what are the different activities you can perform? See, in an organization, different templates, different samples are prepared in order to have a develop development plan, that is career development plan for employees. Organization wise, industry wise, sector wise, they plan in a very different way. So you first need to have your own 5 year career plan in order to have a personal development. Then comes in an organization, being an HR, how do you plan for your employees? The samples are as per the difference in the industry and sector. And these days these samples are not papers, these are all digitalized. So you can find the software version of all these plans, and you just need to fill up and understand the concept. So thank you for attending the session. But before saying anything, let me summarize to you that what is career planning. So you need to focus. Okay. So let me summarize. First thing, like career planning is the process of deciding the career goal of an employee and path in order to achieve their goal. It is carried out jointly by the organization and employee himself or herself. It differs from manpower planning and succession plannings. Slight differences there with the succession planning. Identifying needs, analyzing career opportunities, identifying match and mismatch, formulating and executing strategies, and reviewing the plans are main steps in career planning. Means know yourself, explore, stay focused, take action. It is beneficial for both employee and employer. Several hurdles might come in your career planning, but you always need to have stay focusing and working out in it. With the help of top management support, expansion, clear goals, motivated staff, proper selection, right age balance, fair promotion policy, managing career stress, internal publicity, and continuity are the essentials of successful career planning. Career development process involves needs assessment, opportunity, identifications, alignment, and mentoring. Career counseling helps you to realize the, your goal, means choosing out proper career by your own choice. So at the last, thank you for attending the sessions, and always remember 4 keys to whether it is life or career. Have clarity, stay commitment, have a commitment towards yourself, towards company, towards your career, towards your life. Have a clear vision, have a confidence and competence. As I said, it is really up to you to take ownership of your own career development. Other person is not going to feed you. They can just create a path and you need to walk on it. So your career is your business. It's time for you to manage it as a CEO. Thank you so much. Any queries, guys? If any queries, please come up. I hope I was able to clear you and you got different concepts about career planning. And you, in the future, if you become HR manager, you'll work out on them, and individual also. Please work out on yourself individually also. Thank you so much. Shall meet again in the next session. Till then, happy weekend. Enjoy yourself. Stay safe.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.